Hello everyone, Gin here, and today I'm going to be speculating about the next Call of Duty game, or possibly games depending if Sledgehammer decides to have a different Call of Duty game remastered this year to boost their sales. I'm also going to be talking about the past few games from Infinity Ward and how they relate to the Infinity Ward's previous Call of Duty games. The gameplay in the background is Advanced Warfare. I'm using the ASM1 as my main weapon, and I had a YouTube clan tag and a YouTube emblem back then, which was a while ago now. It wasn't really a good decision to run any of those things, but retrospect is retrospect. Let's talk about Sledgehammer games. So, Sledgehammer has two Call of Duty games, or I guess a game and a half's worth of experience: Modern Warfare 3 and Advanced Warfare. If I remember right, their development for Modern Warfare 3 was helping with multiplayer, and they just developed Advanced Warfare on their own. And those games haven't really gotten the best praise about them. They have their own amounts of hatred. I think some of it's merited, some of it isn't. Advanced Warfare, because Sledgehammer is responsible for it, and because it's a new thing, I think got more hate. Because halfway through its life cycle, so about the summer of 2015, maybe early 2015, people turned against futuristic Call of Duty games and started demanding that Treyarch make World at War II, basically. But at this point, it was way too late for World at War II. Black Ops 3 was already in development, and I think Infinite Warfare was most likely in development too. Too far, at least, to go back, scrap everything, and make an old-fashioned Call of Duty game. Black Ops 3, in the first week of its launch, it got about the same sales as Advanced Warfare. A little bit less, but overall Black Ops 3 has sold more than Advanced Warfare a little bit, but it still pales in comparison to how much the Modern Warfare series has sold overall. But the Call of Duty community is completely sick of futuristic settings, to be honest, and people are expecting that Sledgehammer will release a Call of Duty game set in the modern era, or maybe even before the modern era, the past, probably World War II, but I've heard that they were developing a Vietnam Call of Duty game, so I think they could also be making that instead. So they've been working on the release on their next game since Advanced Warfare released in 2014. So they would have had time to see how people were reacting to Advanced Warfare and change what they were working on, and still have plenty of time to develop a full game. So there's another hole with my theory. Advanced Warfare ended on a cliffhanger. It's not really deniable. Gideon says, the player's companion says at the end of the last mission, pretty much that the war isn't over, and that probably sets up a sequel. I think it's less vague than the ending of Ghosts, but it's still, I think it's plainly meant to be a setup for a sequel. But, on the other hand, Ghosts set up a sequel, and there's no Ghosts 2. You could argue that Infinite Warfare is, but it's not called Ghosts 2, and quite a bit has changed, thankfully. So, it's entirely possible that Sledgehammer will ignore what they said and what they did in Advanced Warfare at the campaign's ending, and they could make a new title. And honestly, I think Sledgehammer will do it, or at least if they want to sell well, they'll do it. Because there hasn't been a Call of Duty game set in the past or the modern age for 5 years, not counting Modern Warfare Remastered, of course. So it'll be 6 by the time their next game releases in 2017, most likely November 2017, and honestly, a World War II or Vietnam Call of Duty game, or even a modern one, would make fans pretty happy, at least temporarily, especially if it was bundled with a remastered Call of Duty game. I'm not going to say World at War Remastered, because that's Treyarch's turf. Modern Warfare 2 Remastered is Infinity Ward's turf, so I don't know, maybe they'll remaster Call of Duty 1. We will have to see if they even remaster a game at all. It's not like they are under any obligation to. Modern Warfare Remastered was just a goodwill thing for fans. I think I don't think they would have done it if they didn't think it would make more people buy Infinite Warfare. But what concerns me about the next Sledgehammer game, I'm not gonna say Advanced Warfare 2 because I don't think it's gonna be Advanced Warfare 2. What really worries me about that is supply drops. Will we see a return of supply drops? Because, well, Sledgehammer are the ones who introduced supply drops, and I think, to be quite honest, Activision has been pushing them on every developer since, particularly Black Ops 3. I remember a leak that from inside the development team that it was Activision who had made them introduce the black market and microtransactions and all sorts of stuff that people weren't happy with the supply drop system. But I don't know that there are words to express how harmful supply drops are for Call of Duty overall, in my opinion. They make the game, I think, into a glorified casino, and that's just not fun to play. It really isn't. Activision makes a lot of money off supply drops, though, so if I don't think they care all that much about anything other than profit, to be honest. Supply drops are... A lot of people buy supply drops. I have to admit I've paid money for COD points in Black Ops 2 on weekends where supply drops in the black market were on sale for 100 COD points, but that's not the point. So the point is, I think supply drops are overall harmful. It's just greedy to focus on supply drops when ultimately that's not what the game is meant to be. It's a shooter, not a slots game. And I think the sooner Activision figures that out, the sooner they'll actually get back to making fans happy. But there's no denying Advanced Warfare was very, very creative with its weapons. Not really in all good ways, but look at guns like the AMR9, the NA45, the XMGs. All of those guns they've never before seen. They're like nothing else in the Call of Duty series except for the AMR9, which it's like the 48 Dredge from Black Ops 3. But let's put that aside. I think if Sledgehammer is as creative as they have been with Advanced Warfare's weapons, and they make a mechanically sound game, regardless of setting, it's gonna be a good game and it's gonna be enjoyable. But if they add microtransactions before features like, say, leaderboards, I don't think the next game is going to be enjoyable, and it doesn't spell anything good for the future of Call of Duty. That's a dark thought to end on, but I'm pretty concerned about the next Sledgehammer game. So thank you for watching. I will see you later, everyone. Game453 out.